You know, it's really hard to sit back and actually watch a news source out there vehemently defend an organization and say pretty much they have done nothing wrong in such a complicated situation. Yes, I'm talking about Keemstar and his vehement defense of FaZe Clan, and pretty much in saying they have done nothing wrong because of his seemingly personal relationships to that organization. And it just really kind of makes me a little bit angered by that, seeing such a huge following, right? That being, of course, Keemstar and his show Drama Alert, and about the coverage they have taken on the FaZe Clan situation, pretty much only defending their side of things and targeting with his audience, that being Tfue, alongside, you know, his brother getting involved as well. Not really too much of the point there, but alongside all of these allegations, like I said before, on such a complicated issue. And I want to share with you guys my sides on this and why a news source out there should not have such a bias due to personal relationships. And it's just kind of just angering me seeing these over the past 2 to 3 weeks, because seemingly pretty much every day now we have Keemstar directing his audience and targeting Tfue, and that does not make up for what Tfue did, of course, when he called out High Sky, you know, the 12-year-old. We'll get into those breakdown details very soon here, but it's just very shocking to see such a news source, I guess if you want to say that, a drama source out there really abusing his audience and his bias due to personal relationships. Because I'm sick of seeing the daily tweets out there about Tfue ruining a 12-year-old's career, when we all know, if you guys are watching this video right now, you know his career is nowhere near ruined. If anything, it's been bolstered by the entire situation, and that's coming from me as well, where I had several videos on the situation about the rules he did break and the punishments that being High Sky has received. Well, yes, they are deserved. He broke the rules, he's being punished, but he's not being hurt numbers wise. He still has YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth. This kid will be successful going forward. So blatantly lying about this and trying to target Tfue with all these tweets saying he ruined this kid's career, it's certainly not true, and you guys know it to be. High Sky will be successful going forward. And with that being said, you know, the thing that Keemstar is also kind of alligating towards is the fact that FaZe has done nothing wrong in all of these allegations, whether it is Tfue's bad contract, whether it is High Sky allegations. Certainly there are both sides have been wrong in that manner. And the main thing here, as a news source, you need to be open to the opinion, or open to the fact that your opinion might not always be the right one, and that you guys know that, okay? I've said plenty of things that are not right. I am open to interpretation. I'm open to your guys' side of things. So to take such one strong-sided on such a big case out there, to take just one side and take it so strongly, it just baffles my mind. So to give you guys my quick take on both sides of this, and again, why I'm sick of a source with such a big following taking such a strong side and not being open to opinion. Well, first of all, when it comes to the things Tfue did, I think a lot of us can agree the way he went about things, yes, it was not correct. See, I am open to opinion. Yes, I do believe Tfue is in the right. He will win this case eventually, but the way he went about his case, yes, calling out High Sky was not the best thing to do. I think an apology would largely sweep a lot of those things under the rug, and I do think to a certain degree an apology is due, but you also have to think about the other side of things, guys. High Sky was breaking the rules. FaZe was allowing him to do so. His peers, his mentors were allowing him or encouraging him to do so, and when you break rules, punishments are in store for that, and this was going to come to light eventually. Although Tfue did bring it to, of course, the front page, this was probably going to be discovered eventually by either Twitch or by someone else out there. I'm not defending Tfue in the way he called out High Sky, but there are, again, two sides to that story. High Sky did something wrong, so did Tfue. Two wrongs don't make one side more right than the other, and you just have to kind of accept that going forward. So when it comes to Keemstar just defending High Sky time and time again, I don't know why this 40-year-old guy is so vehemently defending a 12-year-old child, but that's not my own business. So going forward, yes, High Sky broke the rules. He'll be back sometime shortly, but he has to serve the punishments for the rules he did break. It's kind of short and simple, but going forward as well. And now the real topic of this, the big debate, has to be the Tfue contract, right? It's not about the High Sky situation. We can throw that out the door. It's not about Tfue apologizing to High Sky. Those are tiny cases. In the upfront case, that being the Tfue argument about his bad contract, and what both sides have said, it is very much a he said, she said case. Until this goes to court or is settled out of court, we really can't take too strong of a side, although again, I do think Tfue and his side of things will actually get himself out of this contract and maybe win the case or be settled out of court. But you know, you can take both sides for what they've said so far, because we have lawyers on both sides now coming out. First of all, FaZe's lawyers have said they offered Turner several updated contracts, which had a lot better clauses in than his first contract did. Turner denied those contracts, and again, he was initially offered a bad contract. The second side of this, you have to think, when Tfue was blowing up, when he became one of the most well-known names in FaZe and in Fortnite history himself, he found out his contract was bad, and he simply wanted to leave. And then you have an organization who was willing to give him almost anything. They wanted his best interests, but they wouldn't let him leave the organization as well. And also, according to Tfue's lawyer, he too offered FaZe a contract that he would have accepted, but apparently apparently FaZe could not sign that because, yet again, another side to this, apparently that contract was so bad, and I do not blame FaZe for not wanting to give Turner exactly everything he wants, especially if it's not good for their business. So you have two parties. They both brought so much to the table. Of course, yes, FaZe, they originally invested their time and energy into Tfue. Maybe they helped splurge his growth as well, but he too equally gave back to FaZe in the wealth they brought him. They used, as said by his lawyer, that being Tfue's lawyer, Friedman, he has said several times they used his image, his likeness to bring sponsors to the overall organization, which they did not cut him in for, so he brought value right back to the organization. He thinks he has paid his dues. You have two parties who won each other in somewhat. They have both offered each other contracts, but neither of which want to accept those said contracts. FaZe apparently wants the best for Tfue, but will not let him out of his contract, and that's why he brings such harsh accusations, you know, whether it's doing stunts, whether it's drinking underage, gambling, high sky. He brings these such bold accusations because they would not let him go. And yes, maybe I'm sounding like I'm more on Tfue's side, but again, it's such a complicated issue because as of right now, it is he said, she said. FaZe could be right in what they're saying. They could abide by the law, but what has been brought to evidence-wise on Tfue's side of things, and especially by his lawyer, makes me favor him in this case in terms of what he is due and what his rights are as well. The entire situation, though, it just blows my mind that you can't have an open interpretation on a millions and millions of subscriber YouTube channel where you come to our smaller channel, and yes, we are open to your opinions. You guys can always comment down below why you side with FaZe or why you side with Tfue, and I'm generally willing to accept if you do have the right backing, but as of right now, what I've been shown, what I've been told, what we've all seen so far, I do think Tfue is slightly in favor, and it sickens me to see someone, you know, pretty much sucking off one of the biggest esports organizations just so he can have his name pushed out there more and represented by the organization themselves, and he is sticking to one side of the story just so strongly when all the facts of this complicated case, it points in all different directions, and there are so many things you can believe in. It just shocks me, such a big figure out there in esports and gaming and drama, whatever you want to label it as, is taking such a strong side and then using his audience to target another side as if that makes it okay. So yeah, you guys can probably tell I'm pretty heated by this. It just kind of really irks me to see big figures out there who have such a big audience kind of abuse that power, and I don't know what exactly his thoughts are. I would love to see Keemstar post a full video on his exact thoughts, because he has said that FaZe deserves some criticism for the original contract they offered Tfue, but besides that, he is strongly on their side on every single argument, every single side of this case as well. But as always, I'm very curious what you guys think about this. Who do you side with and why? I'll be reading through all the comments. I might not reply to your comments. I will read through every single one though, because I am very, very interested in what you guys think about this case. Will it be settled out of court? Will it be settled in court? What will the repercussions be? A giant question mark going forward. But for one thing that is definitely true, there is no clear 100% right side in this argument. But I guess that's drama for you.